you know, they've been so protective about it, so you're not supposed to let a lot of people read it, but by the time they see this tape, it will be afterwards. And a few of my friends have read it, and everyone has agreed that it is scarier than the first.
When I first started coming to Japan, they're like, you must watch Ju-on, you must watch Ju-on, and I didn't even understand what they were saying. And I watched it, and I was so horrified. I was horrified. The Grudge 1 was a good remake of that, I think, definitely, and I think the Grudge 2 will be even better.
It's all about the suspense for me, and that's something that I really love about this sequel, is that it's so much a character-driven film, and it's really about when hauntings and when scary things, when the unknown becomes personal.
This one is really kind of three separate storylines happening in two different time periods and in two different places, and so it was a little bit more difficult. I think each storyline does stand on its own. I think Chicago's storyline certainly does, and I think the schoolgirl's storyline certainly does, and I think Aubrey's storyline certainly does.
Basically, Aubrey has been sent by her mother to Japan to figure out what happened to Karen, why she is in the hospital, why she burned down this house, just basically picking up exactly where the last film ended.
Without the changing plot and the jumping of time, I don't think you have a true Grudge movie. And I think that that was one of the things that Shimizu really had to fight for in making the first one, because that is integral to what a Japanese film is.
単純にそのアメリカの人と日本人とは違うっていうのは、感情をアメリカの人ほど日本人ってあらわに出さないんですね。感情をあんまり表に出さず内に秘めておくのが美徳とされる文化の中で、日本の歴史とか文化っていうのはできてきてるので、隠すことが美学という、その内側に秘めたものを死んだ後にお化けになって現れるということで、感情が表に表すというところから始まっているのが日本の怖い話なので。
It's really interesting to see, to feel the weight of what ghosts represent in human mythology. And so it's really interesting to be a part of something that seems to have a much longer longevity than just film. And to put that into a film and to bring out people's basic instinctual fear, what scares them, you know, what the element of fear is to them. I think that that's a pretty powerful thing.
It is interesting when you see the difference between American filmmaking and Japanese filming, and a lot of the first one was a learning experience for him. And now he knows. Now he knows sometimes you have to shoot things two ways, and now sometimes the way American films work, there is this part of it, and sometimes he knows that the Japanese way is better. And so I think that there's a confidence that he has now, and at the same time he has a pressure that he didn't have before, which was how wildly successful his first film was. And I know that he feels the pressure of the integrity of that and making sure that he follows through on that.
I think that we wanted Shimizu to do it. I think everybody wanted him and knew that that we would have a chance of beating the first film, which I think we might do as far as just creatively, if he was going to shoot it, if he would shoot it and direct it again, and I'm glad he's back.
で、僕からも僕監督として起用してくれるんだったら話をもっと変えたいっていう意見も言いましたし、それにアメリカのプロデューサー陣も脚本家も含めてやっぱりオリジナルにはないこともやりたいっていう意識がパート2で働いたんだと思います。
Everything that Grudge 1 was, I think this pushes to the next level. The fractured narrative, following different characters, and then as the connections start becoming clear, it becomes more and more horrific and tension-filled. And then finally, there's just a couple of great reveals and surprises about what the Grudge is, how it started, aspects of the curse we were never aware of before.
The things that was specific to the first one was it all involved with entering the house. It did not leave the house. Sometimes when your time for the Grudge came, you may not necessarily have been in the house, but it spreads much farther and wider now.